This is going to be a little different. It's going to be a different video. When I was a little kid, I didn't feel the imposter syndrome, but as I got older, I realized the true expanse of the world and how many people were smarter, more creative, more kind, and more everything than me. One could say that this was a quite humbling experience. At this stage of my childhood, I started feeling the ghosts of not good enough as well. This was something that I felt like I was alone with, but now once I've been exposed to even more of the world, I realized that I was not alone. And I'm fully aware that this makes me sound like I'm 50. So don't worry, I'm not a 50-year-old stuck in a teen's body. The imposter syndrome is a real thing, and many people are suffering from it. In Brené Brown's TED Talk, Listening to Shame, she lists the second thing she learned from researching vulnerability and shame was that you have to talk about shame. Hearing this, I had one of those aha moments. The imposter syndrome is highly intertwined with shame. The shame gremlin puts us down, which is what the imposter syndrome does to someone. And it's so important to talk about shame and the imposter syndrome because these things are real. They affect many people, myself included. The other day I had another one of those aha moments, and this is what I thought of. The deepest scar rejection caused is based off the feeling of worthlessness. The scar rejection cars is all about the message that you're not good enough. The main cause of the imposter syndrome is perfectionism. Perfectionists believe they can do better. Perfectionists believe there's always something to improve. Perfectionists always have the not enough, better gremlin in their ear. Perfectionists have a pressure to constantly succeed. With these insurmountable pressures all piled up on top of each other, it creates the perfect breeding ground for the imposter syndrome. This is the downfall of the perfectionist. Feeling the imposter syndrome is hard. I get it. To get over it, the key here is to change your mindset. Don't think of failure as something personal. Again, Brené Brown has a useful insight here. The key difference between the shame mindset and the guilt mindset is that shame states a failure personally, while guilt states a failure as something that they did, which removes the personal part of the equation. This is a key mindset change, something that you really need to do if you want to avoid the depths of the imposter syndrome. Another mindset you need to change is the mindset of taking your opinions and making them facts inside of your mind. Things like, I am stupid, I am a terrible person, I suck. They're all opinions. You need to change your mindset and separate the opinions from the facts. The opinions are too subjective to be taken with too much weight. Focus on the facts, the objective things. I don't want to end up being a motivational channel. I don't want to end up being a motivation channel, but I want to tell you something. I once listened to a speech on the power of words, and here I want to use the power of words in a good way. I believe that there is something that makes you special, something that only you possess, that no one else has. And I believe that there is something that you can do well that no one else can do. And to be honest, that's all you really need to be truly good enough. Even if you think that someone else does something better than you, think about what you do better than someone else. Sometimes you will need a reminder that you are enough. So thank you guys for watching. I wanted to make this video to remind you guys that you aren't alone in what you feel. So check out the links in my description if you want to see more of my work. Click on one of those videos on the screen to keep watching, or click down here to subscribe. Alright, bye.